Hi, good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you. Are you spirited enough? I can see you bursting, spilling over. No? Very nice. Keep doing that. Remember, great masters have spoken the words, whether philosophically or spiritually, and what we are having is now called a dialogue. And these great masters have given those speeches of words, which are the dialogues. I'm quoting to you one, which Sri Yukteswar Giri, who is the guru of Paramahansa Yogananda, he had said, every moment, if you're conscious that whatever you're doing it to create your tomorrow. That means what I do just now, how I speak, how I spread the word of peace or happiness or hostility or anger or jealousy or greed, a troubled mind. That's what I'm creating for tomorrow, for myself. So with this, if you start off we always make New Year's resolutions, no? But be honest, think, reflect. I'm asking you something totally different. Those of you who got married, raise your hand, please. Okay, thank you. I remember I was giving a talk in Citibank in America. There was a good gathering of 150, 200 people. So I asked same question, how many of you are married? So somebody picked up his hand like this. So I didn't say anything. After that I said, okay, so I was talking on parenting. So I said, how many of your parents? The same guy again raised his hand like that. It was a man. So this time I couldn't stop. I said, sir, why is your hand like this? So the lady next to him said, he's not sure. So it's good that all of you raise your hand. Very nice and smart. Good way to begin that we know we are married. But I'm asking you, do you remember when you got married, what vows did you make to yourself and to your partner? Do you remember? Reflect on it. Do you remember what resolution did you make in 2016 New Year? Do you remember, those of you who got a baby or a child, and those of you who have taken up the drive to become a teacher, work in a school or an organization, what did you have in your mind? That I want to have a child. Why? Do you remember? So, people make resolutions in New Year time and they jump like a monkey and say, yarn, boo boo, or something like that, and Happy New Year. And say, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever resolutions, and within 15, 20 days, everything is forgotten. Yesterday was the first day of the 2017. It is also called a Kalpataru Day. Kalpataru Day is, Kalpataru is a wish-fulfilling tree, which if you sit under it or happen to be around it, you may not recognize it. But if you make a wish or if you think of something, it just happens. But Kalpataru does not discriminate whether it should happen or it shouldn't happen. If you make a wish, it just happens. It's a very beautiful story. Paramahansa Ramakrishna, on 1st of January in 1886, he came out of his place where he was staying in Baranagar, Kashipur, and he came out, and all the disciples, 30, 35 of them, they were all standing waiting, and they stood up and went and did pranam, and he just gently blessed them and went ahead. There is somebody who was a very famous writer, and those days, like film directors are the richest and the greatest people these days. So those days was theatre director. He was a theatre director, very rich guy, and very fluent in writing and play and acting. He went and did a Sashtang Pranam to him. And this guy had traveled from a terrible status, what he used to be, very bad. He was everything that you can think of what a man should not be. He used to do all those things. And he converted himself totally. So he did a big pranam, and Ramakrishna asked him, what is it that you see in me to do pranam? And he was great, very fluent with his Bengali, English. So he gave a big statement. In brief, how can you ask me when even Mother Saraswati could not describe who is God? How can I express who you are? So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was so pleased, he immediately went into Samadhi. And then he said, I grant you whatever wish you have in your mind. And then, as he got up, everybody else came, and he said this sentence to almost everyone, I grant you whatever wish you have. But I said almost everyone, 2 people didn't get it. And that's why it is not called Kalpataru Day by another specialist, very great saint, Sharadananda, ma'am's name, said it cannot be Kalpataru because he didn't become a wish tree. Wish tree fulfills any wish. There's a guy, woodcutter, he cut wood whole day, he was very tired, afternoon time, he had to eat his little roti and sabji. He came and sat under the tree and he was eating, and he said, oh, today I forgot to get water, now I have to go search around for water. As he thought, there was suddenly a glass of water came in front of him. He said, this is very nice. I wish that I can get that. And they used to have those days some mithai wala shop, this patte ka, in which garam puri and aloo ka sabji. He thought about that, a delicacy at that time. Railway stations these days, you still get it in many stations. He thought about that and it came flying down. He said, this is very nice. And he felt like eating more, and more came. He says, now that I've eaten enough, I think I should rest for half an hour. He took his pagdi, put it on his head, and he laid down. He said, too hard. He was lying down on the root with his pagdi. I wish I could get a bed. And a mattress and a bed came. He said, this is very nice. He laid down. As he was going up to sleep, he was thinking, everything is happening. I hope this jungle is not filled with wild animals and tigers. And a tiger came and ate him up. So see, this is why this 1st January is not called a Kalpataru Day. It is called, you're supposed to express the divinity from within you. Express the divinity within you. Help the children to express the divinity from within them. Discovering that divinity is the purpose for which you and I are born, and for which the children and you and we are all together, to help each other to grow towards that one journey. Those 2 guys who came and touched his feet, he didn't. He said, for you, I'll bless you another day. He didn't bless them. He knew they're not ready. Now, a divine grace of Jesus Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, any great saint, is a grace, no? It's got no conditions. So why should he say those 2 will not be granted? So later on, in another time, he gave a beautiful story. He said there was a fisherwoman in a village market, which is once a week, had brought a lot of fish in the morning, sold through the day. Evening, getting back home, was suddenly confronted with a dark storming cloud, rain, thunder shower, and she stood under a tree and thinking, now how am I going to go back to my village? That's another 10 kilometers, 10 miles those days. There was another lady standing next to her who was the flower lady. She had also gone to sell flowers. She was carrying flower. Fisherwoman was carrying fish left over. Flower lady said, my hut is there. You can come and sleep with me tonight. She was very happy. So they went, ate some dinner, went off to sleep. But the flower lady's hut is filled with flowers. And everything is smelling of flower. A fisherwoman could not sleep in that flowery place. She was tossing and turning and very disturbed. And the flower lady, to keep the fish safe from cat, had put it in, in the villages they have a kind of a ring on top of the roof. They put a rope and they put it and hang it up, put it straight onto the roof. Cats can't go up there. Rats can't go up there. She had put it there. The fisherwoman got up at night, came, pulled down the fish basket, put it next to her head, put her head into the basket and went up to sleep. So what Paramahansa Ramakrishna is saying, she is not ready as yet to smell the flower, to understand that the beautiful flowery world. So you and I need to understand two things as we begin the year, a day, or our life as we are taking it. Every moment of it, bring up this consciousness. Everybody received that message? Vishwajit sir, Shailesh sir, and the IT team, everybody put together for the Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Jesus Christ. Yeah? Remember that? Do you remember that? It says, the kingdom of heaven is within you. This is the Jesus Christ famous statement. Knock and it shall open for you. I had another revelation. What all of us did, Shada Ma'am and us, whole day we kept about thinking and spending things on meditating and bringing on the new year. We had a revelation. And that was, what did Jesus said? Knock and the door shall open for you. Kingdom of heaven is within you. So you should knock, then God will open the door and God will come to you. Correct? I had a different revelation. I got this, that God is knocking. We are the ones too busy with our desires and greed and I need this and I need that, and we have forgotten who we are. God is knocking. Say, come. And you can experience His presence. Call Him by whatever name in every moment of your life. And when you start doing anything, including your little prayer or meditation, you start your day here with the prayer. We are doing it for 20 plus years now. Your day, your project, your thing, your class will have to go well. Because God's powerful, infinite power is protecting you, is taking you forward. Why is it then wrong things happen to us? It's because you and I try to work hard. Work hard and make things happen. We're saying, the masters are saying, don't try to work hard, but keep God with you and work. Work for who? Work for God. Who are you? God is within you. Who are you working for? The child, the school. Who has brought you here? God has brought you here. Who's making me talk? Isn't it? Who's making you tell the children? But sometimes we let our own personality and the ego come in, and it was so painful to see. And I felt like taking a picture, and Sharda ma'am said, everybody does this. You know, teachers are roaming around with such a long stick, a bamboo stick, walking around with the children to beat them up. That is the personal ego, that spare the rod and spoil the child. No, you can't develop the divinity from within like that. You have to give them freedom. You have to guide them. Yes, they're going to do a lot of mercy. Sure. You see in your own home, if you give little freedom to somebody, including your husband or wife, something goes wrong, no? It's okay. So have that compassion and pray. Supposing you got a bad friend, partner, neighbor, teacher, child, whatever. Pray in the beginning of the day, pray at the end of the day. Say, God, please give some sense to my co-teacher. Transform her into that miracle teacher that I would always love. And you'll just surprised to see suddenly she's changed. She would. Now, most of us don't believe in it, and that's why it doesn't happen. But if you believe that yes, it will because I have asked so, why wouldn't it happen? Of course it would. So you begin your beautiful journey. You got lots of things to be done. Events are piled up, also not by Shraddha ma'am or the core team. It is by divine grace. We are by divine grace been placed together. Let us respect that divine wish. And those of you who don't believe in God, there may be some, it's all right. You can think about the unified field, the scientists call it, which makes the rainforest grow, the desert to still make things live within it. The tiniest of the creature under the earth, up in the air, top of the mountain in the snow peak, still get their food. That supreme cosmic power, energy, is always around us. You know, energy cannot be destroyed, nor can it be created. So where is it? Everywhere. So where do those people who believe in God, where is He? Everywhere. The God and energy is that one same thing. And it's all around. It's there in front of you, in your friend, in your partner, in the children, in the inanimate object, that stone, the tree, the river. That's why in many countries, particularly in India, we worship everything. We see the divine presence. See the divine presence most important in you. First thing in the morning when you look into the mirror, school is starting today. Remember I told you all a few days back, the second Jan is going to come very fast like that. See, I'm so grateful that I can see with my eyes. I'm standing on my legs. I'm good, hale and hearty. God, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Be grateful. And in Quran and Bible as well as in Bhagavad Gita, this statement is given with a slight different in the languages, that once you are grateful, more shall be given to you. And once you are not grateful, it shall be taken away from you. So be grateful and say thank you very much. Have a beautiful day and give your heart out to the people. The moment you give your heart out, God is going to give His heart out to you. Most of us sing, no? Some beggar comes like that. And you put your hand and you take it out. Oh my God, 10 rupees. Try to search for nothing less. Just give whatever comes in your hand. And just watch how suddenly from somewhere else another some money comes to you. It will come. It is so. So you have a beautiful day. We look forward to seeing you. Keep on smiling. Thank you. Love you very much.